So that's what we look like, everybody. All right. Welcome. We are live with the whole family. Hopefully, as people, I need this phone so that I can see. As people jump in, let us know if you can hear us because we only have one microphone and hopefully.
Does it say mute?
No. Perfect. So. We're troubleshooting. We got it all sorted out. This is the first time we've done it live with so many people. Very excited. But this weekend, tomorrow, we're running the Broad Street 10 miler, and we have always sort of done this as a family affair. Very excited to this year be participating on our own team, captained by this wonderful woman. Woo! Chief Marketing Officer of I Run on Beer, the only one repping the I Run on Beer swag currently, always in the I Run on Beer gear. But my wonderful mother created the Beer Runners team for the Broad Street run as part of American Cancer Society's Team Determination. If you would like to donate to our team, we would love that. We are here soliciting donations to help go towards a fantastic cause. But if you're watching on Instagram, go to YouTube because that's where you'll find the link. Or it's probably in my link in bio. You can go in there and find it. But if you'd like to donate, every dollar helps. But just thought it would be fun to jump on everybody who's running the race tomorrow to talk through strategy, talk through what the race means, and just have an overall fun conversation. We also have dinner, our pasta dinner on the way, so we may get interrupted at some point by a doorbell, but very excited. So who wants to jump in and talk about their love of Broad Street, Mom? Because this is my mom's 7th time running Broad Street. So we are so excited.
She must like it.
Yeah, must like it a lot. Very excited to be back running again and just looking forward to tomorrow. How's everybody feeling?
Feeling good.
Mom, why do you love this race so much?
I love it because I run with Team Determination, raising money for the American Cancer Society. And all the services and research and everything that the American Cancer Society is responsible for. I feel like we as a family have all benefited from everything that the American Cancer Society does. So I'm really pleased to do this race every year and do some fundraising for them. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I would say just because I know a number of folks who has never been live before on the internet. I was like, Jeremy, you've been live before?
Yeah.
You know what? I guess I have technically.
I mean, I've shouted questions at you.
But usually I don't have to look at my own self
I
when
say
I'm
we
doing
got Lauren caught up and used to comfortable in front of the live camera, but it works. I would say it works best having kind of a mix of, we can obviously have conversations with the viewers, the lovely folks at home, but also just a conversation amongst ourselves about the race and how everything's going. How is everyone else feeling?
I'll go. So I'm not doing the race this year. I have done Broad Street 3 times in the past.
At least
2 to 3 times, and I love it. It's probably one of my favorite road races that I've ever done. Part of that is definitely due to the fact that it is all the way downhill entirely for 10 miles, which is great. And it's a straight shot, so you really don't need to think about what you're doing, which direction you need to go. There's no signs. You just sort of follow the people in a straight line for 10 miles. But the other reason that this race is so fun is I feel like Broad Street is such an established race in Philadelphia that you get a huge amount of spectators coming out. So you have, at some point, like the drum line from Temple, is that right? Is at one of the miles. There are several marker points where you have big collective groups that are organized, but you also just have little groups of people that, like, what else are they going to do on a Sunday, and they go out and watch Broad Street. It is so fun. So I'm bummed to not be running this year, but very excited to be spectating.
Yeah, I think we looked it up today, and I think they said annually it's up to 40,000 people run the race. I can't remember if it's the largest 10-miler in the country. I think that's true.
I think it is.
And one of the larger races in the country, so...
It also looks like y'all are going to be doing it in the rain, and most of us have done this race in the rain before, and so I'm just curious how you're feeling about that.
Sad.
Yeah, you want to go first? You go first. I'm going to take a quick picture to put on Instagram.
Sad, especially after being here 2 weeks ago to run Hot Chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
And it poured the whole time, and I was very much looking forward to a sunny race here. A second time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
And because the first time we ran, it poured, so Haven't
Just
gotten
feel
a
like the
sunny
luck
Broad
shouldn't shake
Street
out that
day.
way.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it'll be wet.
I would have to say at least the first 2 years I did it, it rained. And I kept hearing people talk about what a fantastic race it is to run when the weather's nice because the residents come out, you do get so much support
Yeah.
from the city of Philadelphia. But when the weather's lousy, people don't want to hang out and cheer you on. So yeah, I've run it in good weather and bad, and it's definitely more enjoyable in better weather.
Maybe one day we'll experience.
Yes.
But honestly, I feel like this is easier for me to say because I won't be doing it with you guys tomorrow. But I feel like I've run other races in the rain that are so much more miserable because they don't have any of the benefits that Broad
Yeah.
Street has. If you have to be in the rain, this is a pretty good race.
Yeah.
That's
I
fair.
just someone posted, one of the Gettysburg beer runners posted on Jen's post about the race tomorrow and being that it's going to be in the rain. And Trudy said, she posted on Facebook and she said, good luck, and I know the weather's not going to be great, but when it gets tough, remember why you're running. And that is really true. I mean, that does help in still enjoying Broad Street when the weather's not great because of what you're running for. So yeah.
What about favorite parts of the course people are looking forward to? For me, it's always the loop around City Hall.
I like
Only
that.
because City Hall seems so far away when you're starting, and since the
Yeah.
race is a straight shot down Broad Street, you can see where you're headed, and it seems so far off. And so City Hall being in the middle of Broad Street, hitting that point feels like a big. And there's usually a lot of folks coming out to cheer at that
Yeah.
spot.
It's also an angle of City Hall that you would never get to see otherwise because there'd be cars there. And it's such a beautiful building. It's a really emotional part of the race. The temple drummers are also a favorite part for me usually.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
I love Broad Street because you're just looking at City Hall off in the distance, and it's getting closer and closer and closer. So it's always a
Till the
little bit
tunnel.
anticlimactic to me once I pass City Hall, because
Yeah.
then it's behind me, and then I don't have any sense of how much further I have to go
Right.
because I'm not looking at something on the horizon, something in the distance that I'm heading for.
Yeah.
So then and I think that it's City Hall is around the 6th mile.
Yeah, you
So
would
you're
pass
so you're
halfway.
more than halfway through when you get to City Hall, but those last 4 miles, then they always seem to drag for me because I'm not looking at City Hall
Right, right.
as like the carrot on the stick. So yeah.
So there went that lamp.
Yeah.
Our Airbnb has a lamp that may or may not be haunted. It's also possible the light bulb is just loose.
so it comes on by.
I vote for Haunt.
There you
Oh.
go. Okay,
You
back
just
on.
gotta touch it right.
Magic.
Jeremy, what part of the course is your favorite?
I haven't run it before.
Yeah, first
Jeremy, the
timer!
first Oh,
What are you most excited about for tomorrow, besides the rain?
I mean, I'm excited for the lack of hills. I feel like about a year ago we did a half marathon in St. Louis, and it was way hillier than we were expecting. So excited for not having to do that.
This course will also be really hilly, but it's all down.
Yeah, net
Yeah.
downhill.
No uphill.
Fantastic course.
Yeah.
I
I
do-
know. Admit it. You're really looking forward to the cheesesteak at the end.
Yes.
Jeremy doesn't eat meat.
Veggie cheesesteak.
I am really looking forward to eating Mom and Jeremy's cheesesteak at the end of the race.
Well, I don't know. Liz might get one of them. You might not get.
You know
them
what?
both.
That's fair. I'll allow it.
Yes.
I would say advice for a first timer. I don't know if anyone else has any, but I would say because it's a net downhill, a faster pace feels easier, but it does hammer your legs late in the race. So being aware, especially at the start, because you have the pre-race adrenaline, you have the starting line adrenaline, so it's already going to feel easier as you start, and just keeping an eye on that to not let you blow out way too fast flying
Right.
downhill.
That makes sense.
And the only little piece of uphill you have, like I said, is where you go underneath, where the road goes under the railroad track, so it goes down and then up. that is within the first 2 miles.
Why don't I remember
Yeah, it's
that?
pretty quick.
I don't-
Yeah, it's
yeah.
pretty early on.
And
Yeah.
I've blocked
but
it out.
also, I mean,
That rain.
psychologically, it's good that that's over at the beginning, but it is really easy to go out too fast because of the net downhill of the course. So
I'll just chime back in case any new folks have jumped in. We're all running as with Team Determination with the American Cancer Society, so you can find a link to down below in the description for the video, linking to our Beer Runners team, an official team as part of Team Determination with the American Cancer Society. But that is a fantastic perk of participating on the team. Also, is at the starting line. We'll have our own tent, which is nice, I would say, as a first time or something to look forward to. Although it is a giant race, I think something that comes along with the logistics of a 40,000 person race is you're just standing outside in your corral for so long before you start. And with tomorrow's forecast, that could be even more upsetting with all of the rain. And so nice that we'll have like our own tent literally right at the starting line, right next to where all the elites are, with private porta potties, private bag check, and a spread of some food, water, and Gatorade for the race. So definitely a nice perk. And then they just come pull you out as it's time for your corral to go. So as your corral gets up to the starting line, they just slot you in right there, which is lovely.
Is everybody gonna check a bag?
I am gonna bring I'm gonna check some dry shoes.
That's a good idea.
I'm definitely going to check a bag, because I'm thinking I'll probably throw UFOs in there. And then I think maybe like a sweatshirt or a jacket.
Yeah.
Just to have something long sleeve to throw on at the finish line if it's raining.
Yeah.
Smart.
But other than that, no. What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh well.
The question asker.
Well, I was just trying to figure out what everyone else is doing, and then I'm gonna go from there. So if you guys are, then I guess.
Jeremy,
I
are
am
you taking
too.
a bag?
Yeah, I guess UFOs in a jacket sounds nice.
Dry shoes sound good.
Yeah.
Here's a question. Are you all wearing matching shirts tomorrow or not? If people want to, I was going to say if people want to find you on the course. Mostly me.
I am going to wear I am happy. I like the new shirts a lot this year. The bright red Team Determination.
Those
I know
are
they've
nice.
been blue in the past. I brought a past year's shirt, but I'm going to wear the new one because I think it's
I'm gonna
easier
wear
to
it.
spot.
I'm
The
gonna
red
wear-
one?
Yeah.
Then I probably will wear the red one as well.
So the best thing,
I guess I will too.
the thing with having that on is when you get to the point. Well, this year it's going to be at the Mission Mile around mile 9, but that's where all of the team. That's the Team Determination cheer section, and they'll have a photographer. And so
They'll know
if
to
you're
take your
wearing
picture.
your determination shirt, then they'll know to get your photograph and stuff. So yeah, it's a good idea to wear the Team Determination shirt.
I just got a text that our stepdad Kevin is watching. Shout out to
Sweet.
Kevin.
Can you
and
hear us
Nola.
okay? Confirm that the audio is working, Kevin. Text one of us to let us know. We're using a new microphone setting, and I'm very paranoid.
So I feel like I'm going to put all of you on the spot, but obviously we're running. Well, I'm not running. You all are doing this race for the American Cancer Society, and as part of the tradition of this race, often you put ribbons on the back of your shirt of people that you're running for. So who are you all running for? You don't have to list them all, but who's someone that you're running for?
I would say so I want to spend some time just to make sure, because I like to make sure I'm putting together a comprehensive list. But first folks that jump out, obviously Mom's going to be on the back. But then also my buddy Vince, who just finished his cancer treatment for non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. His mom, also breast cancer survivor. And then my buddy Ian, his mom also, because I know all three, I mean, like with Ian's mom and Vince's mom, all three went through it at a similar time. So those are the 4 that jump to the top of my mind for sure.
Same.
Hopefully I didn't put anyone on blast. But
Fingers
it's a
crossed.
good blast. A thoughtful
Mom,
blast.
Jeremy.
Mom's got quite a list.
Yeah,
She's
Mom,
got
tell
a
them about
cape.
your
Like,
cape.
is the cape
Can
hanging
you
up?
go get my
Yeah.
Yeah, where is it?
It's in my room.
I can get it.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go up the stairs.
So initially, when I would say in my first year that I did this, the number of people that I was running for was pretty small. It included my former father-in-law, the kids Pop, and Ryan's godfather, who died of from leukemia. I had a very good friend from college, one of my roommates, who passed away from brain cancer. So those three were like the primary ones on my shirts. But now, this is my cape that I wear. These are all the people that I'm running.
The back of her shirt wasn't big enough.
Yeah,
By
like
year 10, you're gonna have like a full wedding dress.
Yeah.
a lot of these ribbons have multiple names on them. So sadly, too many people impacted by cancer. But this year, a new addition to my list that I'm running for is my dad. So, and what I like to do is during the course of the 10 miles is to spend some time reflecting on each of the names that I have on my shirt. So I like to do that to pass the time on the 10 miles, to think about the people that have either beat cancer or folks that were on the losing end of that journey.
I was gonna say Jeremy providing some comic relief during a very
Yeah.
serious conversation.
Well, it worked the first time when I shook it.
Yeah.
He's trying to get you ready for the paparazzi vibes on the race course tomorrow.
But I do think I like that strategy. I think I do that a lot at marathons too. And I think it's a question people ask, like non-runners ask a lot. It's like, what do you think about for so much of the race? And yeah, I feel like for this kind of race, a very easy thing to go to is thinking about the people who got you there, the people in your life, the relationships, and just focusing on those memories for sort of dedicating miles to people or certain segments to people.
For sure.
I guess segue, because we didn't ask it. Normally we get it out of the way right at the start. But what's everybody drinking for tonight's video?
Oh.
How many beer, how many wine? We got a mixture here.
We have 2 wines.
2 wines.
2 wines, 2 whites,
I've got the Blue Hen Pilsner.
double Dogfest. This is a Citrus Squall double golden ale.
They
What
call
are
it
you drinking
dogfish,
there?
not dogfish.
I take my race seriously, so I'm not drinking any alcohol.
I'm pretty sure you finished
Clearly
a
a
red
first
wine
timer.
immediately
Clearly a
before the
first
video
timer.
started.
Novice.
Loser.
Mistakes were made.
Save it for the afterwards.
Rookie mistake.
2
Rookie
beers and a
mistake.
NyQuil, Jeremy.
2 beers and a Z-Quil,
Z-Quil.
not a NyQuil.
Sorry. Close
Not
enough.
getting too crazy.
2 beers and a Z-Quil.
Question from the audience. Kevin would like to know if Jeremy's an electrician.
Aha, did you? Oh, fixing the lamp.
Maybe in another life.
Yes, he is.
Real expert advice. Just shake it.
You're doing well, Jeremy.
It's like it wants to. Did we try screwing the light bulb in?
Yeah.
Sophie
yeah,
did.
yeah.
Stop
Bulb.
picking my
That works, but
toenails.
only for a little while.
Yeah.
Ryan, don't say that
I
on
know.
the video.
He's like disgusting. I have to move this over just to see.
Lauren's just sitting here minding her own business, and Ryan's saying some
Minding
nasty nonsense
Putting
on the
her on
live
blast.
stream.
It's usually that
Live
the case.
Live stream.
Live scream.
Podcast idea. Live scream.
Live scream.
It's got to exist.
What would it be?
Doing
scream.
horror movie stuff.
But like, what would you do?
No, I would
I
do
don't know.
jump scares,
You
like
could
how you
have
scared me
people-
last night
You
or
could
this morning.
sync up, like pick a movie, like when you used to do the live tweeting, but do it
Yeah.
on a stream and time and be like, everyone start your video now, and then people are watching your commentary on the video.
Or
while
live
it's happening.
scream, like you have a GoPro attached to your head and you're just going around scaring people.
Just screaming at strangers.
I like that.
Honestly, the possibilities are endless.
You could do so many things.
Who's got, only because now it's on my mind because talking about stuff other people are doing, we should do some plugs because I know we have some media people in the room who got stuff going on. Twitters, podcasts.
Yeah.
What?
Do you have a podcast
people-
coming up? Or no?
You could check out the backdated podcasts.
Podcast just recently
Just like a horror podcast.
Ryan
could.
missed the announcement that my podcast is on a permanent hiatus, but if you would like to check out our back episodes,
Highly recommend.
our little sister and I used to have a horror podcast called 28 Days Later. The elevator pitch was sort of, we wanted it to feel like you were at brunch with your girlfriends chatting about horror movies. So you can find that. The old episodes, I think 0 through 50 are at 28 Days Later. That it's in their own feed, and then the episodes after that are in the Anatomy of a Scream podcast feed.
How many did you make?
70 or 80 something.
Wow.
That was
Yeah.
solid. It was a lot of
Wow.
fun. was lucky enough to appear on a few episodes. They were
Yeah,
pretty
you can go
solid.
back and listen to some very spectacular Ryan episodes. We unfortunately never got to record the episode with Ryan reviewing his trauma with the film Untraceable.
Oh God.
But maybe I'll bring the podcast
the
back
wrong
in some
Hanks died.
incarnation.
Hi, Steve and Alyssa.
Whoa, welcome to the stream. We're on YouTube and Instagram, trying to keep track of everything.
And doing a great job.
Too many people on live to be in one spot. Shaking off those pre-race nerves. Get
Ryan's
ready.
a pre-race.
Killing
nerd.
time until our pasta dinner gets
He's
here.
Yeah.
he's citrus squashing those nerves.
Oh yeah!
Ah.
For everyone who's on, I know we have a few more people join. Check the link down below. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link in the description to our team page. You can donate to our fundraiser for American Cancer Society Team Determination. If you're on Instagram, don't leave the video because we want your views. But afterwards, there should be, I think there's a link in my bio. You can check out.
There's
the
also a
posted-
link in my bio.
Also in Lauren's
if you're
bio,
friends with me.
If you're
not,
friends with Lauren.
sorry.
Either one. But please donate. Every little bit counts. What did they say? We had a luncheon with Team Determination earlier, and we were
It's 160.
160.
$160,000 raised total for the team for this race, which is unbelievable. And I think there's 220 some athletes
224.
participating as part of the Team Determination. And I'm blanking. Oh, and that was it was almost double. They
What
were in
was
like
last
they
year?
were
110
almost double
last
what they
year.
had last year. So excited to see more and more people coming out for this race. Excited to be continuing our participation and hopefully seeing the Beer Runners team grow year after year.
Yeah, anybody who's watching who wants to participate next year
Steve
as
and
part of
Alyssa.
Looking at
the
you, Steve
Beer
and
Runners,
Alyssa.
we're hoping to. This is our first year with the Beer Runners team, and we're hoping to expand it next year. So
Our fearless team captain right here.
it's
Chief Marketing Officer. I run on beer.
It typically the race is the first Sunday in May, and this year they had to change the date because the Phillies have a 4-game homestand against the Red Sox the first weekend in May.
We always knew we hated Boston.
Hilarious.
So, so
thank
this
you.
is the first and only year that the Broad Street Run has not been held on the first Sunday in May. So, mark your calendars for next year. First
Oh,
Sunday in
yeah.
May.
Steve and Alyssa.
And it's the best. And I don't know if it's just Steve and Alyssa are both on.
They both
It is
are.
a net downhill, so you can burn through.
Yeah.
Steve will fly.
If Coach says it, Coach is right, Steve.
Here for it. Ready to train, y'all. What else are we excited about? Dinner, mostly. I'm pretty hungry.
Can you recall all the things we ordered for dinner?
I
We
can.
got chicky chicky parm parm. We
that's
got tortellini in
Olive oil.
Diolio, whatever.
Aglio.
Aglio Diolio. We got gnocchi with vodka sauce. We got one other pasta.
Eggplant-
Eggplant
rollatini.
rollatini. We got garlic knots. We got this Philly special.
Long hots.
Long hots.
We got
apparently.
broccoli.
A hot pepper. We
Right.
got broccoli. We got salads. We got
One more thing.
Sweet potato fries.
Sweet
potato
potato
fries.
Paprika.
paprika.
Steve goes, I like downhills, Coach.
Oh, you would love this race. It is a beautiful, beautiful downhill run. And although we don't like the new finish line as much as the old, because you used to finish in the Naval Yard, which was
Very
very,
cool.
very fun. You still finish down by all the sports complexes. It's usually packed, tons of people. Also, sports bar right there.
They have a big post race at the Xfinity
Yeah,
Live.
big post race party.
Here's a quick question for y'all that have done it since the finish line changed. Because the thing I remember from the old finish line is you saw signs, you went under the first arch that said finish line over a quarter mile before the actual finish. And so they would always warn you, you're going to see this thing, you're going to think you're close to the finish.
Yeah.
You have a quarter mile. Is that set up better now?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
arch it wasn't a finish line arch, it was the arch for the entrance to the Naval Yard. And every year people would get confused running to
Yep.
that because there are so many people there.
Yep.
You think it's a finish line and
Yeah.
they go under the arch for the Naval Yard and they're like, sweet, I'm done. But no, yeah, you're a quarter
Yeah.
mile
still
from
had a-
that.
Definitely
finish
made that
line.
mistake in the past.
Yeah.
So no, I think now it's just the actual finish line since you don't
can
enter
see
the
it
Naval
once you
Yard.
make the turn from Citizens Bank Park onto Pattison Avenue. You can see the finish line. It's like a block and a half away, but you can see it. So it's like a straight shot to the finish. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yep.
Love that.
should be a blast.
It'll be great.
This is our second time in Philly doing Philly races. We were just here a
2
couple
weeks
weeks
ago.
ago
In as
doing
many weeks.
the hot chocolate 15K, 10K, 5K. All races became the 5K due to weather, so hopefully the weather's better tomorrow, aka
No
no
lightning.
lightning.
Yeah.
As long as it's just rain, it'll be fine. But if there's lightning,
Yeah.
then we have an issue.
We in trouble.
But excited to
Yeah.
be back. And our Airbnb is walking distance from Pat's, which is fantastic. Excellent
Mm-hmm.
choice.
Yeah, and part of Team Determination not only do we have a great tent and setup at the start line,
True.
they have a tent at the finish line where anybody on Team Determination who check gear gets their gear checked there. But also, all the runners get a Philly cheesesteak,
Mhm.
And
which
what I
again Jeremy is very excited about.
And what I thought my mom was going to say as an extra plug for Team Determination is not only do you get all the great stuff she just said, which honestly, private gear check is like enough
huge,
on
yeah.
its own.
And
That's
changing
the
tents.
biggest perk.
Yeah.
But you get pre-race tent, post-race tent, free breakfast, free cheesesteaks, and the day before, earlier today, we had a huge luncheon at Yards Brewing. So beer tickets,
Mint.
wine tickets, fabulous bar food.
Oh, so good.
Some
The
Good time all
tacos,
around.
The
Yeah.
tacos, the Al Pastor, is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh
Taco
my
al
god,
pastor, chicken al
that was
pastor.
incredible. That was very good.
So good.
Quite tasty.
yeah,
Breweries have the best food.
yeah, they set that up perfectly for the beer runner team, having the
Yeah, the team got a lot of shout outs since we were at
Oh,
Yards.
yeah.
Good job,
just-
y'all.
Yeah.
It's like we planned it,
Yep.
which maybe we will. But yeah,
Well, and there was like a keynote speech, I guess, sort of. I don't know what you would call it, but
Yeah, what they do with Determination, the meal. It used to be pre-COVID. It was a big dinner, a pasta dinner, the night before, usually at a hotel, like in a function room or something. But and they always have what they call like an inspirational speaker. It's usually somebody who's doing the race with Team Determination, who's a cancer survivor, and so so today they asked me to do the speech, and Ryan and Sophie also spoke as well. So we were the speakers at the luncheon this year. So
And in
that
case
was
you're
good.
wondering,
That's
no
great.
one cried because we're very
no
tough
one
and strong.
cried,
Especially not Ryan.
and there's no video footage or
Right.
archival proof of anything that happened.
Yes, there is.
I joked. I was telling them right before or right after the speech that as soon as I started, I made the briefest of eye contact with Liz, and immediately was like, no, because as soon as I looked, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna sob. And then I drifted left to Lauren. I was like, I can't look at anyone I know right now.
You just gotta look straight at the
Stare,
back
yeah.
towards like the busboy who doesn't care.
Yeah,
Liz,
stare
you
at
need
the
to come
ground.
poke your head in so that they know who we're
Cheer
talking about.
crew. Cheer crew.
Who's getting the table ready for dinner?
We are just about at dinner.
She's
time.
clearing space for
Ah.
garlic knots.
She's doing it.
Ready for the food.
Yeah, carb load.
Yeah.
Carb load time.
But anybody else have any last minute thoughts for the team, for the fans?
I would love to know what song everyone is gonna
Ooh.
finish to tomorrow.
Excellent
if you have a song
question.
picked out.
Excellent question.
Ooh, I don't have a song picked out, but usually I gravitate towards Beyonce. But given my less than a month till seeing Taylor Swift, I think it'll be a Taylor Swift song.
Love it.
I of course will be finishing to Melissa Etheridge. I Run for Life.
Hell yeah.
Excellent choice. Do
Jeremy.
you know yet, Jim?
I don't know. I haven't put my playlist together, but I mean, we're in Philly, so maybe Meek Mill. I don't know.
Ooh,
yeah.
I like that choice.
Jeremy.
So I don't know. I might have to fine tune my playlist a little bit better. I typically, if I'm going for like a specific time, create a playlist that's ending so that I know exactly when certain songs are gonna hit. And I have I don't know if you'd call it a superstition or just a habit I've gotten into where if I have a time goal 5 minutes from whatever, or 10 minutes from whatever time goal I have, I will have the 11-minute version of Meatloaf's I'd Do Anything for Love come on, and then I know I have 10 minutes to get, I have till the end of the song to finish to
cross
make
that
sure
line.
that I hit my goal. But since I don't have a particular time goal. That will probably still be in my playlist. But yeah, I don't know if I have a specific
Throw
song.
it in the middle at random just to like really
Yeah,
mess with
I
your
have
own
been. I
hand.
have
You
been
up.
shuffling like for fun runs we've been doing for the Philly race. I've just been putting my typical race playlist on shuffle, so I don't necessarily have a
Yeah.
go-to song, but it'll probably be something angsty and emo, and we'll see. I was just at the Say Anything
I would say maybe a
concert,
little
so
Say Anything.
I honestly, I thought about it at the concert. I had such a good time at the show that I was like, I might just listen to straight Say Anything for the whole race.
Heck
'Cause I
yeah.
could do that for
Heck
sure.
yeah.
So I might do
Well,
that.
maybe I'll listen to
I love
the
them so
Taylor
much.
Swift Eras Tour playlist.
Yeah,
I
gotta
can't
prepare
believe you
for
got
the
tickets
T-Swift.
to Taylor Swift.
I know, I'm very
Yeah.
All that fiasco.
All that
Yeah.
fiasco.
Oh,
It wasn't me.
yeah.
I did nothing. I just told my friend John if he got an extra ticket, I'd be in, and
Yeah.
he came through, pulled through.
Nice.
All right, final closing thoughts.
Hopefully we stay dry.
Hopefully we stay dry, or if
Yeah.
we get wet, hopefully we stay chafe free.
Oh yeah.
Knock on wood.
Lizzie goes, ugh.
Chafe the dream.
My final
Shave the
thoughts
dream.
will be the closing line of one of the other speeches at the presentation today, which I think was the
Yeah.
most Philly thing
Don't
you
Oh,
say.
it's so
Don't
good.
swear.
Yeah.
Kidding me?
I'm just kidding.
Ryan, say it, Soph. Say
Tomorrow, you're all gonna go out there. You're gonna run for American Cancer Society, and you're gonna kick that bitch cancer to the curb.
it. Kick her to the curb.
I think we're
Yeah.
allotted one swear word for ad revenue purchases.
Oh, I just used it.
But thank you all for
Just
tuning in.
kidding.
Again, if you are still watching, you're the real ones. I hope you'll donate to our team. Link in the description if you're watching from YouTube. Instagram, go to the link in bio as soon as we click end on this video. It's also going to be hilarious because we're going to basically say we're done, and then you're going to have to watch us awkwardly unfold from this couch so I can reach over and stop the stream.
I'm not moving.
So everybody's still. But thank y'all for joining. We're so pumped for this
Go
race.
team determination.
Real quick, this is 7th Broad Street run. I think 3rd for me, 2nd for Lauren.
Not doing it.
Not
Jeremy's
doing it.
first time.
But how many have you done?
3.
3.
Nice.
So Broad Street, fantastic race. You should all do it. And if
Highly
you wanna,
recommend.
If you want to do it as part of Team Beer Runners next year, I think
We
have
know how to
openings.
party.
We have
So-
a team.
Thank y'all for joining. Here's the weird lean. We're going to go ahead and go over to YouTube. We're going to hit end stream. Yes, end it. And then we're going to hit...
Pain is
How do I end over here?